quickly out to the tight end. Still running at the 40. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Ducks are flying down the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Grabbed behind the line, it's James. He is going no. At the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oregon 10, Oregon 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking to throw on third. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Feeling some heat. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Ducks in the hurry up. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Snap it to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense, a loss of 10.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looking to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Johnson. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Fires to the right. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's James.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
2nd and short now after that completion. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try along with it. And it's no good. He missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The lone back's got it. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Absolute shank. Missed it. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Gators are in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Up-tempo for the offense. Now he's looking to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Whittington. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll try to pick up the 1st. The Ducks get it past the sticks.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where They could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Oregon! They take the lead with the 6. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback. But those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Florida State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping it, trying to get behind the defense. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. What a grab and go for the score.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season. And it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season. And this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more fit.
And down he goes back with the 3. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, and you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. There he goes. Open it up. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Gators sending the offense back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To throw, it's Lagway. Lets it fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Lets it go to the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's going for it all. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Direct snap. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Ducks! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Play by the speed, Mac. You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires left. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The give to the tailback. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On 4th down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Finds his man. It's Johnson.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Burke. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The defense can taste blood in the water. They've got 4th down. They know that the offense can't try to kick a field goal. They need one more stop. I wouldn't be surprised if they get aggressive here and bring an all-out blitz.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. A big Big stop for this defense on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Unloads it left. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, you get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
Extending the play. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Buying some time. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For just